So, two things to talk about today. We have Bo Nickal talking about a future fight between him and Khamzat Chimaev, where he thinks he's going to win. All right, we're going to go into that. And then we've also got the Chad himself, the Alpha, Jan Blachowicz, saying that John Jones is calling out Pereira because he's a little bit scared of Tomas Spinell. All right, he's a little bit scared. Alpha always loved Jan Blachowicz. He's my favorite fighter. Anyway, right. So we're gonna start off with this: Bo Nickal on a future fight between him and Khamzat Chimaev. Dude, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna go like this, and I'm gonna go like this as the fight goes on. Yeah, like your fight against Paul Craig. It went really well, dude. It went really, really well. Like your fight against Paul Craig, God, you looked amazing. Really good, by the way. You're not gonna take me down. I'm probably gonna take you down. Like you did against Paul Craig. I know we didn't try, right? But let's just say, right? Let me just make this very clear. Bo Nickal wouldn't dare shoot a takedown on Paul Craig. On Paul Craig, and he says, "Yeah, I'm going to take Khamzat down." You didn't dare do it against Paul Craig, bro. Like, what makes you think you're gonna have the balls, have the stones to go in against Khamzat and just shoot for a fucking takedown? There's no way. There's no way. You didn't do it against fucking Paul Craig, and on the feet, you look like shit against Paul Craig. What? All you've got is an overhand right, bro. That's all you've got. Anyway, let's listen to what he says. We're gonna react to it. Let's get into it. Also, like and subscribe, guys. All right, help a brother out. I'm trying to get to 1,000. We're nearly there. Just I think like 250 more. Be brilliant. So thank you. If you're not subscribed, subscribe for more MMA content. Let's get into it now.
I don't think there's really a guy in the world at 86 kilos that could beat me in wrestling right now. It's hard to say exactly where he's at, you know. I think that he's good. He's got skills. But his biggest thing that's going to crush him, especially against a fight against me, is, dude, you're going to get tired.
I will admit, Khamzat's cardio isn't great. It's not great. But let's not act like Bo Nickal's going to be able to, like, tire Khamzat out, all right? Let's not act like Bo Nickal's this pressure fighter. Bo Nickal's known for his pressure. You know, like he's a Marab. You know, like, oh, God, he's just a machine. He doesn't stop, does Bo Nickal? Like, no. You're not that guy, bro. You're not that guy, Bo, all right? Just calm down. Just calm yourself down, all right? Yes, he gets tired, okay, in the later rounds. I don't think it'd go the later rounds, though. Look what he did to Robert Whittaker. Let's just compare your previous performances, right? You against Paul Craig, all right? Paul Craig, all right? Who moving down a weight class, by the way, because he used to be a light heavyweight, not anymore. Okay, so he's cutting down even more weight, okay? You went 3 boring fucking rounds with Paul Craig. You didn't shoot a single takedown. You wouldn't dare go to the ground with Paul Craig. And I know he's great at jiu-jitsu. Right, but I thought you was this alpha male wrestler who could out-wrestle anyone on the planet. But you can't do it against Paul Craig? But you can do it against Khamzat Chimaev? Come on, Bo. Let's be realistic here. Let's carry on.
You're going to go like this, and I'm going to go like this as the fight goes on. You're not going to take me down, which is your best attribute. So you're going to have to strike with me. I'm probably going to be able to take you down. Maybe.
He's there like, oh, so you're going to have to strike with me. Yeah, because I'll tell you what, Bo, your striking looked fantastic. Looked really, really good. It looked amazing, dude. Like, seriously. It looked really, really good. Now, let's just remember, okay, when Khamzat fought Usman, all right, a great wrestler, a very, very good wrestler, he fought Usman. What did he do in that round? In that first round? And yes, he didn't get him out of there, but he dominated that entire first round. That's Usman, and I know you're a NCAA champion, right? You're a good wrestler. You are a very good wrestler. You're a very good wrestler. But you're talking here about MMA. You're saying you won't take me down. You'll have to strike. Guys, who's got better striking, Bo Nickal or Khamzat Chimaev? It might be one of those situations where the wrestling cancels each other out, and then they have to strike. And I'm taking Khamzat all the fucking way, bro. Because Bo Nickal literally has an overhand right, and that is it. That's all he's got. all he's got. And Bo's like, yeah, I'll just take you down. Like, Khamzat's got no wrestling defense whatsoever. Like, Khamzat's not got any wrestling whatsoever. It's going to be impossible that Khamzat's possibly going to sprawl your takedown attempt or stuff it, isn't it, Bo? You mean like how I'm pretty sure someone posted a clip like this with Cody Brundage? Or sit down, Bo. Sit down, Bo. And I know Brundage is a decent wrestler, but imagine him trying that on Khamzat. Boom, get down, Bo. Get down, bitch. Like, that's against Cody Brundage, bro. And you're like, yeah, I'll just take Khamzat down. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. Like, no. Brundage is a bum. He's a bum. He's a big bum. He's a fucking bum dosser. That's what he is. And you reckon you can just go in and just shoot on Khamzat and get him down? Oh, hey, come on, Bo. Let's be realistic.
Maybe I don't hold you down on the ground forever, but I can hold you down there for a little bit. And the longer the fight goes, the worse it's going to get. So here's the difference, between Khamzat and I. But you look at me when I go out to fight, zero emotion, no emotion. I'm competing. I'm here to win. Him, he's charged up. He's screaming. He's yelling. He's coming out. But guess what? If you're going to fight and beat the guys that are the best in the world, you got to do it with your brain. What separates us is...
Who have you? What is he on about? Right, Khamzat. Like, if you want to actually beat the top guys, all right. If you want to beat the top guys like me, like I've done, you need to just calm yourself down. All right, let's go resume for resume, shall we? Do we need to go resume for resume? If you want to beat the top guys, you need to be smart about it. You use your brain. The dude just got Robert Whittaker out of there in the first round. The first round, bro. He beat Gilbert Burns for 3 rounds. Usman fight, I thought Usman won that fight, I'll be honest. I thought Usman won that fight. I'm not going to lie. Li Jingliang dominated. Yeah, Kevin Holland, it's okay. Dominated. Everyone else, GM3, sparked out with a punch, bro. Like, who have you beat, Bo Nickal? What top guy have you beaten? And don't say Paul Craig. Don't say Paul Craig, because he's not a top guy, for a start. But you hear, like, listen, Khamzat, I'm going to give you a bit of advice here, dude. If you want to actually win against the top guys, you're going to have to calm yourself down. Like me. You've beaten no one, Bo. And maybe that's the UFC's fault for not giving you the top guys, whatever, but you can't be giving Khamzat advice when he's arguably the #1 contender for the middleweight championship. And you're like, dude, if you want to beat the top guys and get to the top, you're going to have to calm yourself down. Like, fuck off! Who are you? Who are you to tell Khamzat? And I'm sorry, did you not see him? Literally, the whole build-up for the Robert Whittaker fight, he was Khamzat Chimaev, bro. Khamzat Chimaev. He was calm. He was collected. He wasn't screaming on stage. Like, yeah, he runs out. That's his entrance. He runs to the octagon because he's hyped up, bro. But throughout the whole build-up against Robert Whittaker, calm. Chill. Khamzat Chimaev, bro. And what did he do? Round 1 submission. Crazy. But he's like, yeah, you just got to use your brain. And that's a difference, man, because you know me, I just go in and I'm super calm, I'm super focused. That's why I do so well in all my fights. Yeah, like the Paul Craig fight, because that was really good. You know what, Bo? Maybe you should like liven up a bit. Stop being such a boring cunt. And maybe you'll do well. You'll have some exciting fights. Terrible, bro. Does anyone remember Bo's fight that he had against Jamie Pickett? Where he got him down and he was sat in an arm triangle incorrectly for about 3 minutes. Just incorrectly. Just not correct at all. He had the arm triangle. He was in full mount trying to get the arm triangle squeeze. Then he passed the guard, but he was like side on. He was like hip, like his left hip was like facing the ceiling instead of like flattening himself out to like get that squeeze. And he's here saying, yeah, I'd get Khamzat down. I think I'd win that fight. Like, my wrestling's better, blah, blah, blah. You just... Jamie Pickett, bro. Jamie Pickett, you were in the arm triangle for literally 2 or 3 minutes. I can't remember the exact timings, but it was a long time. and you couldn't get that squeeze in because you was doing it incorrectly. And you're saying that you're going to get Khamzat out of there, bro. Like, come on now. Come on. And I know before people say, look, you don't know how to wrestle. No, but I can see when a fighter's doing a submission incorrectly, all right? Look at Islam's arm triangle on Charles Oliveira. Got that shit sank in because he passed the guard and that squeeze was so tight. Charles instantly tapped. Jamie Pickett was able to last like 2 or 3 minutes in that arm triangle because he wasn't done correctly. Like, and he's here talking about Khamzat Chimaev like he's not, like his wrestling's not that good. Fuck off.
I have no emotion going out to compete, and I compete smart. He goes 100% from the jump, and I think that's allowed him to like have these highlights and to throw a guy down like Robert Whittaker and choke him out. But me and Robert,
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to pause it again, right? I'm gonna rewind because I can't remember what he said at the start, but the disrespect. Yeah, that's what, you know, he goes on and goes full force, and that's what he can do against a guy like Robert Whittaker. A guy, just a guy like Robert Whittaker. Just a guy like Robert Whittaker, guys. You know, not one of the best middleweights of all time. You know, not one of the best middleweights of all time, right? Just a guy like Robert Whittaker. You know, means he can do that to a guy like him. He couldn't do that to me, though. Not Bo Nickal. I'm the best fighter in the whole wide world. Alright, shut the fuck up, Bo. Shut up. Shut up. Disrespecting the legends, alright? Disrespecting those legends. Acting like Robert Whittaker's shit. Like he's not good. Yeah, that's what... He can do that against a guy like Robert Whittaker. Like he's not... like he's not good. It was an amazing... Everyone was picking... I remember... Well, not everyone, but I remember a vast majority of people picking Robert Whittaker to win that fight. I do. I was one of them. I was picking Robert Whittaker to beat Khamzat Chimaev because I thought Khamzat's been out for too long. Injuries and illnesses. Struggling to make weight still. I thought Robert Whittaker's going to get this done, bro. And then he didn't. And now it's like, well, people are now... like Bo Nickal. Well, he can do that against Robert Whittaker because Robert Whittaker's not as good as me. Like, fuck off, bro. What did he say at the start?
going out to compete, and I compete smart. He goes 100% from...
Oh, that's one. I compete smart. I compete really smart. You know, like when I was literally just throwing overhand rights at Paul Craig? Yeah, that was really smart, guys. I did really well in that. It's shit, bro, and you didn't look good. It's not a smart game. Like, how is it smart? How is it smart, Bo? Right? To go in against Paul Craig and just spam overhand rights like you're in UFC 5 and you've just learned how to overhand and you're just spamming it, bang, bang, bang. That's all you were doing. You're trying to get spam an overhand right to get him knocked out, and it didn't work. If you were that smart, Bo, you'd have been like, this overhand's not working. Let me try something different. But you didn't, did you? You carried on with the overhand right. Okay, you said Khamzat's like you fight smarter than Khamzat. Let's go highlight for highlight, Bo. All right, let's go highlight for highlight. Let's just do it, and we'll see who's got more. You know, highlight for highlight. Because he's Khamzat, and I know you said, no, he goes to full force and it allows him to get these highlights and do these things against guys like Robert Whittaker. Bo, if you were a smart fighter, you'd have fixed that arm triangle against Jamie Pickett. All right, you'd have fixed that shit because that arm triangle was not incorrectly. You'd have fixed that for a start, and you'd have realised, this overhand right, it's not working. Maybe I should try something else. But you didn't. You're not as smart as you think. And you're boring. You are fucking boring. So what do I think about this fight, right? I think Khamzat Chimaev would absolutely destroy... I mean, if you would put Khamzat Chimaev in a cage with Paul Craig, do you think he'd be scared to shoot a takedown? What would Khamzat Chimaev do to Paul Craig? Be honest. What would Khamzat Chimaev do to Paul Craig? He would fucking destroy him in a round. And Bo Nickal's like, yeah, well, I listen, dude, I just go in and I fight smart. You threw overhand rights and didn't do anything with him. Like, you were going toe-to-toe with Paul Craig on the feet. And you're like, well, Khamzat, you're going to have to use your striking, buddy. All right, and he'll knock you out. What are we talking about? He's got better striking than you. The wrestling up for debate because you are a very good wrestler, but Khamzat's Khamzat's a different kind of wrestler, bro. He goes like you said, he goes in 100%. That's what he does. That's how he fights. No one wrestles like Khamzat Chimaev, bro. No one goes full force straight away. Goes for the kill instantly. That's what he does. And we've not seen that from you in any of your fights ever. Like I say, Paul Craig, you didn't do fucking nothing, bro. And that's Paul Craig. That's Paul. You went 3 rounds with Paul Craig, and you're meant to be the next big thing, the next big prospect at middleweight. Like, just calm down. You're not quite there yet. You might get there. I'm not saying that it's impossible for Bo to work his way up and get higher ranked, but at the moment, he's talking a bit too big for his britches after going 3 rounds in a boring shit performance against Paul Craig. I'm not trying to diss Paul Craig. Paul Craig's very good, but if you compare Paul Craig to the higher level middleweights, the top 10 middleweights, they beat Paul Craig. They beat him more convincingly than you did. So how do I think the fight goes? I think Khamzat. Let's just say that Khamzat couldn't take you down, Bo, for whatever reason. He's knocking you out. He's got powerful hands. More powerful than yours by the looks of it, because your Van Rice didn't do fucking nothing to Paul Craig. Khamzat destroys you, bro. I'm sorry. Is that a casual take? I know there's going to be some comments down below. Well, actually, Bo's actually an NCAA wrestler, and he's a really good wrestler, and I think Bo Nickal could give Khamzat some trouble. Yeah, like he gave Paul Craig trouble. Like he gave Jamie Pickett trouble in the arm triangle that he had in for 3 fucking minutes. Come on, bro. Be real, Bo. You're not beating Khamzat. Maybe if you improve in the future, maybe. But as of right now, not a fucking chance. Let's move on to Jan Blachowicz, the alpha male, the Chad, spitting facts about John Jones. All right, spitting facts about John Jones. John Jones should fight against Tom Aspinall, but I think he's a little bit afraid of him. Let's listen to what he says. This made me very, very pleased to hear. Let's listen.
But what did you make of it when you heard John calling out Alex of all people?
I think he does do this because Alex Perez now he's like big star in the UFC. Everybody loves him, so he know what he's doing. But I believe he should to fight against Aspinall. But I think he a little bit afraid of him. Because.
Jan Blachowicz spitting facts, bro. I think he's a little bit afraid of him. Yeah, he is, bro. He's basically admitted it when he said he doesn't want to risk it, bro. He said he doesn't want to risk his legacy. Is that not being afraid? Asking for fuck you money, apparently 30 mil. Asking for loads of money to fight him in case he wins or lose. He said, so it's worth it whether I win or lose. He wants a big fucking paycheck, all right? He didn't want any piece of him anyway. After that post-fight interview, in the post-fight press conference for his fight, all right, when the media members are asking him who, is it Tom next? And he again was saying, no, I want Pereira next. I want Pereira next, guys, because that's more of a legacy fight for me. And Tom's just an asshole. I don't want to do business with Tom. I'm just, what am I doing? I don't know. But he was denying Tom. And he said the only way that I'm going to fight Tom is if I get fuck you money, because I want it to be worth it if I win or lose. I think John's afraid of him. And he's convinced his fan base that he's not. And his fan base are like, why would John be afraid of him? He's beating everyone. He's beating the champions. He's beating everyone. He'd be afraid of him, guys, because this is his toughest fight in his entire career, arguably. That's why he'd be afraid of him. Let's carry on listening to what Jan Blachowicz has to say, though.
Because Aspinall is someone who can really stop him and beat him.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what maybe
it's
he believe. But that's what I think that he believe if he can, fight against Pereira, he can take him down, control him, maybe something like this. With Aspinall, it will be not so easy.
100%. That's exactly why he wanted to fight Alex Pereira. Because John Jones knows Pereira's got no ground game, no wrestling, no jiu-jitsu. He knows he'd be able to take him down and control the entire fight on the ground, which is what he would do against Pereira. He wouldn't be striking with him. He'd take him down, all right, and he'd submit him. And he knows that he might be able to do that to Aspinall. He might be able to take Aspinall down, but it's not going to be quite as easy as doing it against Alex. It's not. Whether you like it or not. Sorry, I keep yawning. Whether you like it or not, John Jones fans, Tom Aspinall is probably John Jones' toughest test because he has got ground game, he's got speed, strength, size, all these things that John has to deal with that Alex Pereira doesn't have over John Jones. Yeah, he doesn't have the size. He doesn't have the strength. All right? He doesn't have the ground game. He doesn't have any ground game. So obviously, John Jones was going to call out Pereira for a fight because we could just steamroll him and say, look at me, guys, I'm still the best, even light heavyweight on the planet. Look at me. My name's John Jones, and I beat women. That's what he'd say. That's a direct quote, so you can't be angry at me for saying it. And he knows that wouldn't be the case with Tom Aspinall. Wouldn't be as easy. Even if John Jones does win this fight via submission, it won't be as easy as it would be against Pereira. And he knows that. That's exactly why he called him out. That's exactly why. Jan Blachowicz is spot on there.
Yeah, I mean, I know
That's
you
why he
talked
would like
about.
to fight against Pereira, don't lose, and maybe finish the career. I don't know. You need to ask him, not me. Of course, it will be a very tough fight for John Jones with Aspinall. That's why I think he know what's gonna happen. That's why he don't talk too much about Aspinall. But we'll see. Maybe they've got some plans for them. Maybe they waiting.
That's true. John Jones doesn't say an awful lot about Tom Aspinall other than the fact that he doesn't want to fight him. I think Jan Blachowicz is bang on here, guys. He's bang on. That's the reason why John Jones doesn't mention Tom Aspinall's name. Because he's scared. He's a pussy, like. He's a pussy, oh, bro. He's a pussy. Alright, where's he been? Where's John Jones been since his fight? He's been fucking nowhere to be seen. Nowhere. No mention of his next fight. No mention of Tom Aspinall. No, nothing. He wants to just... And I agree with Jan. I think he wanted to fight Pereira, win, and then retire as the GOAT. Like, yeah, see, guys, I beat the heavyweight GOAT, and I beat the best current light heavyweight on the planet. I'm the best. End of story. That's what he wanted. That's exactly what he wanted. Thank you, Dana White and Hunter Campbell, for basically just shutting that down completely and saying, no, John, that's not happening. You're fighting Tom Aspinall next. That is your next fight. If you want to fight next, that's your next fight. No other fight. We're not making any other fight. Thank you, Dana, because I was really concerned that Dana would give John whatever he wanted just to keep him around. I was really worried that Dana was going to say, you know what, John? Have Alex Pereira. Have him. Why not? Take it. Here's a little present. Here's a little retirement present for you, John Jones. I thought that's what he was going to do, but he didn't. And he's not doing that. And he's paying him the fuck you money. So I'm very happy. But Jan Blachowicz, I agree. I think that's exactly why John Jones called for the Alex Pereira fight. That's the only reason why. And the John Jones fans will cope and they will say, I can predict it, well, Pereira's got more of a resume and legacy than Tom Aspinall has. So it would make more sense for John Jones. It's just bullshit cope that John Jones has fed to his fans. I made a video the other day about is John Jones a psychopath, and one of them was manipulating people and lying to them for personal gain, right? And this is what he's doing with the Pereira narrative. He's manipulating his fans to think that the reason why he wants to fight Pereira is because it's a bigger fight, it's a legacy fight, Alex Pereira's got a better resume, this, that, the other, when in reality, what it really is it's an easier fight, but John doesn't want to admit that. And the reason why you know it's an easier fight is because when he was mentioning Pereira's name, He wasn't asking for fuck you money. He was just gonna fight him. As soon as it's Tom, it's like, well, to fight Tom, I want 30 million. But when it was Pereira, I just want to fight Pereira next, just for legacy, guys. That's when you know it's a lie. His whole personality is fake, and you fans are a bunch of mugs for buying into it. In short, Khamzat beats Bo Nickal with relative ease, and I agree with Jan Blachowicz. Even if the fight does get made, I think it will get made, by the way. I don't think Johnny's going to duck a $30 million payday. All right, I don't think he's going to do that. But even if it does get made, we still have all the footage of John Jones saying he doesn't want to fight Thomas Spinal. It's too risky. He doesn't want to risk it on the young up-and-comer, blah, 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 blah. Dangerous fight. I don't want to take a dangerous fight at this point in my career. I only want to do legacy fights like Derek Lewis and Jamal Hill. We've had all that footage. That's all out there permanently now. Can't take it back. I think he is scared, and that's why he wants this big payday. He's like, oh well, I lost the fight, but I made 30 mil. Anyone would be happy with that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about these two situations here. There's not been a lot to talk about recently because there's been fuck all UFC on. But after this weekend, when the shit women's main event is finished, all right, I'm going to be dropping my predictions for the UFC 311 card. And also, I'm going live on Friday. Okay, so stay tuned for that. I'm going live on Friday. Every Friday I go live. And we're going to talk about... I don't know yet. I want to try and do a debate. I want someone to join. And we can set up a live debate. And then the debate is going to be on Thomas Spinal versus John Jones. And I want someone to join the live, okay, 9 p.m. GMT, who wants to do a live video call debate on that fight, who wins it and why. If anyone's interested, DM me on Instagram, okay. If not, then it's... I was going to sneeze them. If not, it's absolutely fine, but anyway. Yeah, so like and subscribe. My links are... Oh, that's a horrible feeling. Isn't that the worst? Like and subscribe. My links are down below. Until next time, I'll see you in a bit.